Yes, I think at this rate, corruption is becoming normal in Kenya. And like, I think there's no way Kenya will ever, stop corruption. As in, corruption is going to be part of our daily lives because
the Statehouse of Nairobi is the real center of corrupt activities. And there are two, watu wawili, moja anaitwa Adil na mwingine anaitwa Jayesh. These are the conveyors of corruption in this country. Na ndio watu wenye she and sha. Ndio wale watu ya adani. Na hawa watu wakija kuona rais, hata ukiwa deputy president na minister, utamongoja hapo saa 5 akiongea na hiyo watu. Wakipanga hiyo mane? So Mr. President, be an honest man. Look for a mirror before you talk about corruption and look at yourself. If you think the people of Kenya are very intelligent, Rigathi Gachagua has not been associated with any scandal in this country. So wewe unaenda pale unasema he is incompetent. In matters of incompetence, Mr. President, I tend to agree with you to a certain extent.
Let me read this statement for you. The latest report by COB flagged the Statehouse for withdrawing 3.6 billion in just 42 days for travel, hospitality, and vehicle maintenance, raising concerns over fiscal discipline despite pledges to cut excessive spending. 3.6 billion zilikuwa withdrawn, zikatumika kwa traveling, hospitality, and vehicle maintenance in just 42 days, just maybe one and a half month there. Guys, do you know what is 3.6 billions? Do you know that? Just ebu kadu chini upige hesabu ujiulize 3.6 billion. What does it mean? I think President Ruto amevunja rekodi, and I think yeye ndo anajua kurule Kenya. He knows how to rule Kenya, and I think he will go down as the only president who has enjoyed his power, because Kenyans are really, in fact, the president himself is always saying that he's there to fight corruption. In fact, akiongea kuhusu corruption, one might think that this president is actually determined to stop corruption. But of course, these are just PR stunt, publicity, to appeal to Kenyans that I'm a good president, and under my watch, corruption will be normal. But in this sense, what's happening behind the scene is actually the opposite. And I remember, Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General, once said that the Ruto who talks in public is different from the Ruto in office. I believe him. Because, for example, let me take you back to this issue, Asha.
Any facility, any doctor, or any patient to be involved in fraudulent activities will be held liable and will face the full force of the law.
We have already closed close to 1,000 health facilities.
The government means business. A nationwide crackdown is underway on fraud and unlicensed health facilities. Through Kenya Gazette Notice number 12178 and 12179 of 30th August 2024, the medical
Sha, billions zimepotea. Kweli. And no one should actually dispute that. Billions zimepotea. Because right now, when you are employed or whatever, your salary is being deducted. And of course, part of it goes to share. And when you go to your hospital, maybe kutibiwa or whatever, you realize that your details have not been updated, there are pesa, blah, blah, blah. And just yourself, but I've been paying monthly. Why can't I be, treated? Because your money has been stolen. That's the thing. Then wanasingizia system, System will collapse, blah, blah. And Gachagua has been raising alarm matters pertaining Sha, because he said that he once told Ruto, why should you use 100 billion, 104 billions for a new Sha system? Yet we can just use 200 million to actually upgrade in HIF. But Ruto alimwambia wenyamaza alikupange. Na kweli alitupanga, because what I'm seeing, there's no improvement, because I believe NHIF was better. Of course, it had some issues, but I believe it was better because people accessed health. Sasa wasikia mara kuna 50 million imetumwa that non-hospital. And ukiangalia hospital yenyewe hata kuna patients pale. It's just an abandoned hospital. And of course, it was a way of trying to divert the funds to some people. Yeah? And of course, that's the reality. And of course, I think Duale coming out, denying Imabasha. But all this points to the fact that there is serious corruption in Kenya. Inaonekana. And Uhuru warned people, you guys, you will cry. Of course, people are crying, kule mambo. And the person's not crying, ndio kuna shida. You see now, kama uko sawa kwako na serikali, then you should also call a set for a meeting. Because there's no way people can be crying all over the country. Kama kuna shida, there's a problem. And now, when you see Statehouse spending 3.6 billions in just 42 days, withdrawn, imagine withdrawn from accounts 3.6 billions. So just not tell me this is happening in 1 month. How about 12 months, which is a year? 3.6 times 12, mathematicians tell me. Almost 40 billions in 1 year. And that's just Statehouse. We're talking about Statehouse. You're doing whatever. Only Statehouse. And of course, the report even says that Statehouse is spending 2 millions every day on what? On printing services. I think you guys are mnanifuatilia vizuri. 2 million on printing. Every day printing. Ili kuprint mavitu. Now, this is my question. Nini watu wana print? Because I believe kama Statehouse, we've got printing machines. Of course, kama office ya kawaida, office ya headmaster, ya principal, kuna mama printing machines, just normal offices. How about Statehouse? Kuna printing machines all over. So where does this 2 million go? We're talking about every day. So 2 millions multiplied by 30, which is a month, it becomes like 60 millions monthly on printing. Now tell me, you who is there saying that the country is headed in the right direction, are you okay? Do you think the country is headed in the right direction? I don't think so. It's always good to say things the way they are. Let us not sugarcoat the fact that indeed there's a huge problem in Kenya and corruption has gone to the next level. Now, issue ya SHA in a future kidogo, and of course very soon people will forget about it. Kenyans are good in forgetting things. Yeah, Kenyans forget things easily. Ile mambo ya Albert Ojwang imesaulika, mambo ya BONFACE'S imesaulika, even Gen Z revolutions. People forget. I think I don't blame Kenyans. It's because Kenyans have a lot to do because of the cost of living. People are busy. People are working. So I can't blame them for forgetting things. But here's the issue. Statehouse has always been accused by Gachagua at the center of corruption in Kenya. Do you believe so? Do you think Statehouse is the center of corruption in Kenya? Because Gachagua has always been saying that our Statehouse is where corruption is being, fed vizuri. But of course, when you see that 3.6 billions are being withdrawn every month, 3.6 billions, my friend, billion. If you just think of a billion, what can I do to you? A billion, how much for you? Every month. It tells you, indeed, Kenya, we are still behind. Tuko mbali sana from freedom. Tuko mbali sana. And you see now, the worst is the government, the president has just, destroyed opposition. Because Raila Odinga was the key opposition leader. But now he's with the government. And Gachagua, of course, is doing the best he can as opposition leader. But still, there's a lot to be done. Tell me what you think. And either Whether you believe it or not, this is the truth.
If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea, the place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.